Hello everybody, this is the Love Yourself Guru and welcome to the Love Yourself TV and welcome to day 14 of Ramadan 2022 with the Guru, and today's word is supplication dua. Now do you remember we did supplication dua yesterday and I told you that it was going to be a two-part. We're going to have two episodes for the word supplication, which means dua in Arabic. So this is the second day. Yesterday's episode was all about the power of humanity, and if somebody does a supplication for you, today is the power of your supplication, God willing, and that everything is possible with our Creator. There's nothing that's impossible. So I'm going to begin with a little story that I love. I heard it from Mufti Mink, bless him a million times, and I absolutely love it. And I wrote it in my blog, and I want to share it here today. And it was a true story. Pakistani, and he was a neurologist. He is a neurologist, and he was telling this story that happened to him. And he's in Pakistan, and he's one of the best neurologists in Pakistan. And it takes, if somebody wants to make an appointment with him, there's about a 6 months waiting list. Anyway, so this doctor, he needed to travel, he needed to go on a conference, he needed to go somewhere within Pakistan. So he took a little aeroplane. There were only a few people on the plane, and they started their journey. Now, a bit of the way in the journey, the clouds started to fill, and lightning started, and thunder, and there was a lot of turbulence on the plane, and the pilot decided that it was just getting too dangerous and they had to land. Now they landed in this remote area, like this little airport in a remote area, and because it was so remote, there was nobody there to actually fix the plane. So they were waiting for quite a bit of time, and then the doctor asked the pilot, how long is it going to take? So he said, I don't know, it's going to take quite a bit of time because there's nobody to even fix the plane. But the pilot said, where do you want to go? He said, well, I need to go to this area. So he said, well, it's only a 3-hour drive. Why don't you get off the plane and then just get a taxi to this place? So he said, okay, it's a good idea. So he got off the plane, got a taxi, and started driving with the taxi, and they started on their journey. And then a bit in their journey, what happened? The clouds started filling up, rain started, thunder started, lightning started, and then they just stopped in the middle of nowhere, and it was like in the middle of a farmland, and the taxi couldn't go on anymore because it was stuck in the mud. You couldn't go on anymore. So they just realized that there was something going on. Honestly, he couldn't get to where he wanted to go, and he looked, and there was like a house in the middle of this farmland, a little house. And he said to the taxi driver, he said, okay, you know what? We're going to just knock on the door, see who's there, and see if we can do our ablution, we can do our wudu, and say our prayers, and just see what happens, and then try to get back onto our journey. So they did that. They knocked on the door. And then eventually this elderly lady, beautiful elderly lady, answered the door, and the doctor said, we've traveled. This has happened to us. We just need to do our ablution, do our wudu, and just to say our prayers, and then we'll be on our way. Can we use your bathroom? So she said, okay, that's fine. Now, so they were doing that, and then they noticed that she had a praying mat, a very simple house. She had a praying mat. She would pray, do supplication, do her dua, and then there was a child lying down on the chair. She would go and check on the child, yes, and then she would go back and she would do her supplication. She kept on doing this, and so they did their ablution, they prayed, and they were just about to leave, and the doctor was intrigued about what the elderly lady was doing. So he said, you keep on doing that. You keep on going back to the child. Is the child sick? Is there something wrong with the child? And so she said, this child is my grandchild, and it's very sick, very sick. And we've been to all the doctors. And all the doctors say that there's only one doctor that can actually, God willing, help my child. We actually went to this doctor, and they said that they need there's a 6 months waiting list to actually see this doctor. And all I do is make dua that, Ya Allah, my grandchild is very sick. Please make this appointment easy for me. Please make this appointment easy for me. Please make this appointment easy for me. And so the doctor, this neurologist, he just looked at her. It's a true story. Looked at her and said, can you give me the doctor's name that you want to go to? And she said the doctor's name and he burst out crying. It was him. It was him. Her dua was, please Allah, make this appointment easy for me. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is just so kind, so great. The clouds, he filled them with rain. Lightning struck. The aeroplane landed. The taxi stopped, all to make it easy. So this doctor, he actually brought the neurologist to the child. Her prayers were answered. And he said, your dua, your supplications been answered. So for this Ramadan, God willing, let's get into the habit of just praying every day, Ya Allah, to our Creator, because everything's possible with your Creator. There's nothing that's impossible with your Creator. So when you go and you ask somebody for something, there's always a possibility of either they can or they can't. But when you knock on your Creator's door, there's nothing that's impossible. Everything's possible. So let's get into the habit, God willing, of first of all, knowing that everything's possible with our Creator, and our Creator will move mountains for us. That's the first thing. And second thing, let's get into the habit of saying, Ya Allah, please, let's make my day easy. Make this journey easy. Make my life easy. Make the people that come into my life easy. Let them be easy. God willing, make my, when I want to read Quran for you, when I want to pray, make it easy for me. Make everything easy for me. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there's a whole unseen word that we don't know about. He'll send angels. The whole of nature, the clouds, the trees, everything will work for you. Because you believe and you've asked, and your Creator's always listening to you. And when you ask God willing, knowing that God willing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make it easy for you, everything will become easy for you. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I pray that all your life is full of ease and prosperity and health and spirituality and love. And have a brilliant, beautiful, absolutely wonderful day.